All right, guys, we're freaking back. We got a bunch of families interrupting. The first thing, we're talking about the Holocaust. We're talking about swimming pools. We're having an adult conversation. And that's one thing I want to say that, you know, these are adult-themed topics, so we kind of have to go away from the family area. So, Myron, back to what we were saying.
Yes.
China versus Israel. Who's the biggest threat? And I'm not saying that. I just shill for Israel. You guys are going to say that. I think Israel, and if you look at 9/11, there's a lot of weird things with that.
Yeah.
But when we can get into that, because that is something I want to touch on. But I'm telling you, this fentanyl crisis, I've had multiple friends died from drug overdoses that were experienced users that one guy got, so I worked for this TV show Cheaters. We catch people cheating on their husbands and wives. I was a producer on that show. And you might not know this, the host was this guy by the name of Clark Gable, and he was from California. He was like a wild, had a prescription for pain pills, ran out of them, went and bought pills from a street dealer that were like Vicodin or whatever, had fentanyl in it and died.
Wow.
Then another guy, my good friend Hank Keller, he was just kind of a party animal, and I mean, he had a heart attack like after a night of using drugs. So two people that I was close to. So for me, I don't feel like that was Israel that had anything to do with him. I feel like the fingerprints are more on China. So that's why I'm like, damn, man, China's fucking us up.
Yeah, well, you know, both countries present problems that are unique to that country, right? So if we're going to talk about like drugs, right? I used to work in law enforcement, so I'm very sensitive to this topic too. Right, when it comes to fentanyl and all the other drugs that come in through Mexico a lot of the times. So that obviously presents its own problems as well. And then, you know, when we could talk about Israel, it's more about, you know, I would say there's political dilemmas there versus with China. It's like, okay, are they facilitating the importation of fentanyl, a very highly dangerous and addictive drug? Yes. But, you know, obviously they have their own unique problems that they bring to the United States.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, Alejandro Stein, and man, tonight is going to be very special. We have the managing editor of Blaze.com.
The Blaze News.
Blaze News.
One of those things I am the managing editor of.
One of those things.
If it's written, I edit the managing.
Wow, and if I could read, I would read that stuff, but you know, I read at a 4th grade level, and a lot of the Blaze, you know, the stuff's higher than a 4th grade level. Have you ever thought about dumbing it down for people like me?
We could. That's Blaze for Dummies.
That's what I'm saying.
That is, we'll have a, yeah.
No, you know, actually,
can Google Translate do that?
Well, you know, it's funny you say that. We're joking, but you know that like they tested Chicago schools, and it was like 86% of the kids, even in high school, were considered illiterate.
Yeah.
So maybe it's not so dumb to make a website in like broken Spanglish that they can understand.
You can take all of our articles, put them into ChatGPT, and say, "Give this to me at a 3rd grade level."
Well, they don't know how to copy and paste. All right, well, guys, we have a lot to talk about, but let's welcome on our first guest. Now, this guy was one of the youngest state representatives in the history of Texas. He created legislation that actually banned child sex dolls. He's one of the few good guys that are in Austin, Texas, that are actually helping his constituents, and he's a representative in the DFW area. So let's welcome on the one, the only, Nate Schatzline. Nate, how are you doing, my friend?
What's going on? Honored to be on, man. This is my first time on the show. I can't wait. I can't believe it's been this long, and I haven't been able to come on and talk to Alex Stein 99.
Well, Nate, let's go. But we got to ask you the tough questions first. What can you do as a state rep to make Cracker Barrel change their logo back? Can you do anything? You know, because people are pissed.
Yeah, no, people are ticked. Look, at the end of the day, this is what the woke ideology does. It destroys everything. It ruins everything. And we're looking at, you know, the fact that American Eagle comes out with this ad, and it's just exploding everything. I mean, they can't even keep jeans on their shelf. And then we've got people like trying to cancel Aunt Jemima. We got people trying to take away all these classics like the Cracker Barrel logo. It's pretty ridiculous. From the state level, I'd like to say I'm not going to do absolutely anything. I just think any company who goes woke needs to go broke. And so there is no law that can fix this, Alex, but I'm sure the Democrats could come up with something if you threw the idea at them.
Yeah, I know. They're calling the logo racist. But listen, we can talk about Cracker Barrel. Everybody's been talking about it too much. They're getting almost too much attention. So let's talk about the great work that you're doing. Now, Nate, I had the pleasure of talking with you, and you told me so much. Even though you're younger than me, you're a very wise young man. And you passed some incredible legislation that outlawed child sex dolls. Now, my producer didn't know about this. Rob, did you know about this?
I had no idea.
We had no idea. So can you please elaborate on this and tell us, I think this is a huge deal. I don't know why this wasn't a bigger story, but can you tell us what happened with this?
I think a lot of people don't even let me say this. I think normal people don't recognize this is a thing. But the radical leftists definitely recognize that this is a thing. And I'll tell you who knows about this more than anyone, and that's the Mexican drug cartel. And so right now, we're seeing that these are not just like normal dolls. When you think back of like old movies like American Pie, where, there's like this blow up doll, that's not what we're really talking about. When we say childlike sex doll, these are actual animatronic robots that have the technology to act like a child, talk like a child, sometimes walk like a child. I mean, it's a robotic type of device that looks exactly like a child that is meant to commit sex acts upon. And so when I say that the cartel knows about them, it's because the cartel is using childlike sex robots to train their traffickers on how to commit heinous acts on children. And in fact, a study came out because, as sick as it is, we talked about this. There are certain people that are like, well, let the sickos do this so they don't actually harm children.
Yeah.
Well, they say that 88% of people who own these heinous objects actually end up committing sex acts on children. And so it's not a deterrent. It's actually helping these people build up the nerve to commit heinous acts on kids. It's pretty awful. So we wrote a bill. And it passed. I'd like to say, I think it was the lieutenant governor that said it's the most awkward bill they've ever passed. There's no debate on it, by the way. Like, it came to the Senate floor.
Well, wait, time out. I have to cut you off. You said there was one politician that almost debated it. Can you tell the story?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, so that was on the Texas House floor. The Texas Senate, literally, I think the lieutenant governor looked across the floor and was like, don't talk about it, just pass it. And it passed unanimously. So in the Texas House, there was a lady, one of our Democrats, that came to the back mic and said, Representative Schatzline, what exactly is an animatronic sex doll? And I was like, oh, thanks for teeing up the greatest question of all time. This is a child meant to sexually assault children, and it's a training device for the Mexican drug cartels. And she literally just slumped over and walked away as I answered that question.
Wow.
And
it was a viral video. It's a big viral
This
video.
would shock you. I wish I had the person. I will go back and I will find out for the future. That did not get unanimously voted out. I think 2 people voted against that bill to ban childlike sex dolls.
Love is love.
Yeah, I mean, no, love is not love, you freak, Rob. That's not love. Because Nate is right, though. They start pricing on the dolls, and it just reinforces their weird sexual proclivities. It doesn't stop it. It's like
Rob, you have about 2 more weeks before that law goes into effect in September.
Oh my God, busted, Rob. Yeah, and
Hey.
Well, you said love is love.
I'm just kidding. That's a joke.
That's on Jeffrey Epstein's tombstone. Is love is love.
Is it?
No, it's not. Okay, Nate, let's talk about the real news that everybody's talking about. We got the redistricting, or I want to say you got the redistricting map approved. So can you tell us what happened? What's the drama? Give us the cliff notes of everything, because I know it's been a tumultuous experience trying to get this passed over the past 20 days, I believe it's taken, or they spent 18 days away. Is that correct?
Yeah, 18 days. They walked out. Democrats left, fled, abandoned Texas when we were trying to do disaster relief, which we finally got done today. But that said, they left because for the first time, we've got Republicans that are actually trying to go on offense. So we've got Illinois with, I think 40% of their actual population voted for President Trump, and only 15% of their congressional delegation is Republican. Then you have Massachusetts. I think it's 30 to 40% voted for Trump.
I'm from Massachusetts. Zero.
Zero.
It is, and they gerrymander like crazy. If you see the districts, they'll go and they'll shoot something up that's not even near Cape Cod to go into the hood to get enough people that would vote, so that the Cape, which usually
would be conservative.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, Nate, before you finish, I saw Governor Hochul posted something like, it's on, Texas. What does that even mean?
There's no more room.
I know, but what is New York? Why is she tweeting it's on as if they're going to gerrymander in defense of this? Can you explain that, Nate?
I'll tell you, Newsom said the same thing. The problem is, 45% of his population voted for President Trump, and only 15% of his congressional delegation is Republican. You can't do it any more than they already have. And so So the Democrats fled. They walked out. They just said, hey, we're done. We're going to leave. And so in our current House rules, there's not enough rules there. I mean, all it says is that you're going to get a $500 fine. So we actually are putting together a package right now to bring a punishment package in this next week that's actually going to go into effect. I can't talk about it until it goes public, but ultimately there's going to be huge ramifications. So they came back, and then the craziest thing in the world happened. We put a call in the House, which essentially says that if you broke quorum, you have to have a DPS escort in order to go back to your apartment. And one of our Democrat colleagues, Nicole Collier in Fort Worth, right next to me, claimed that she had been detained on the floor and was like literally did a selfie video, slept overnight on the floor, and then raised dollars, which, by the way, is totally against the law to raise money off of things like this. And so that's just what Democrats do. They break laws. They just commit crime. That's what they do. And then they scream racism. For 12 straight hours yesterday, I was called a racist in 32,000 different ways. And so it was an experience. But ultimately, we got the map across the finish line yesterday, 5 new Republican seats in the state of Texas. I will tell you, it's a bittersweet thing. I'm excited that there's 5 more additional Republican seats. I wish we could have gone for 7 to 10 more, but we were told by the Trump administration the day before that, hey, we want the strongest case when this gets challenged in the courts to get 5. And then I was told today by leadership, and I've learned not to always trust leadership, but in the next year, we want to do another special session to come back and give 5 more Republican seats as well.
Well, I love that, because that's kind of, you got to play it smart, you know what I mean? Because they are very litigious. So I think that actually is a good strategy. Now, I want to talk to you, though, about your kind of, this isn't a real arch rivalry, but I kind of want to create one because you are a former college athlete. James Talarico, when are we going to get the James Talarico versus Nate Schatzline debate? And I hear he's
I want you to host it.
Dude, I would love to host it. We'd love to host it at the Blaze, anywhere. We'll come down to Austin. But does he duck you in person, or what is y'all's working relationship like?
He's actually super nice.
Well, and let me say this, because you're both pastors as well. So, I mean, you guys really should be buds, even though you are politically very different.
I'm not so sure that what he pastors would be a Christian church, but when I talked to James last session, one of my biggest bills that I pushed, I think we had like over 90 co-authors on it, was age verifying pornography. And so like good. Essentially, yeah, it's just like, and Pornhub left the state of Texas as a result of it. And so, ultimately, I walked up to James. I remember I was like, hey, this should be something we could come together. And I said, James, I think we can both agree that sexual education should not come through violent pornography and through these awful things. We should be able to shield the eyes of kids. Yeah. And he goes, okay, I'll sign on as a co-author. And I said, really? He said, yeah, that's right, because I think we can both agree that sex education only should come from one place, and that's the classroom. And I was like, oh, James, you're killing me.
I know, but real quick, but James wants to do it in the classroom in like 1st grade, like maybe in the classroom in high school, senior year or something, but they want to do it in like 4th grade. It's ridiculous.
Alex, when I banned social transitioning of minors in public schools this year, on the back mic was not some person that had no faith. It was James Talarico trying to say, Nate, you can't ban social transitioning of minors because you're going to keep counselors from being able to report child abuse. I was like, I can't even connect the dots on what you're trying to do. I said, James, what I'm trying to make sure of is that a counselor doesn't say that I'm abusing my child, because when I tell him he's a biological male, he is actually a biological male. And he still took issue with that. And so here's the funny thing. When you're talking to James in person, you can have a totally normal conversation. But then when he goes on places like Rogan and starts saying that abortion is blessed by God and that the borders are not a Christian mentality, I'm just like, oh, this is heresy. It's pure heresy. And so I would love to have that debate. We need to have that debate.
I agree. So, hey, Jimmy, clip this, send it to James Talarico's team. We need to set it up. I think that would actually do incredibly well. I think you would crush him. So, Rob, real quick, I have a couple more questions for him. You got any questions for the?
Yeah, one of the things that I have noticed in Dallas, if you want something to work on, gas prices in Dallas, the DFW area, fluctuate so much. Gas station across the street from the studio last week was at $2.45. It went up to $2.99 in one day, and now it's back to $2.52. I think they're using AI software to price all of the gas based on when people are most likely to put gas in their car, and it's not market. I think that's something the Texas
Well, real
legislature
quick,
should look at.
That's not actually a conspiracy. If you go to a grocery store and they have the prices in digital, you know how sometimes now they're digital. They say that they're actually using AI to change those prices in real time based on what needs to be sold. Yeah. So I don't know. It doesn't sound that crazy, but isn't that probably the Pakistani gas station?
No. It's all the gas stations around here because I talked to the owner of a gas station that's near here, and he said he doesn't control his prices. The computer does, and they change all the prices around the neighborhood at the same time.
Nate, are you going to get?
Sounds like such a cop out though. The computer. Who's controlling this computer?
That's what we need to find out.
That's okay.
That's what you need to look at.
Investigate who's following the computer. Okay, who's controlling the computer? Now, I want to ask you kind of a tough question because we kind of talked about this a little bit, but you grew up and your dad is such a great guy, Pat Schatzline. Your mother is a great woman. 2 pastors, but this is something that probably a lot of people don't ask you about. That had to be a lot of pressure, right, Nate? And obviously that pressure worked out well because now the pressure creates diamonds. You're one of the youngest guys on, in the Capitol that are state rep. I mean, your resume is incredible. But what was that like? Can you tell us some of the pressures? I bet that wasn't that easy, honestly.
You know what it is? My parents, obviously growing up in a home where your dad is like talking about things of faith all over the world. It's like, oh, you better be this perfect child. Well, I totally ran away from that. And I was a rough kid. And so like ultimately totally walking away from, walking with Christ all through my later years in high school, not because I didn't believe in Christ, but the pressure was just too much. I was just like, man, I just want to find this out to be true to myself. And man, it was so crazy. After a night of partying with my friends in high school, I had this like super low moment where I thought and I was like, man, I'm lonely, I'm depressed, I'm going through the worst season I've ever gone through. I'm trying to get a football scholarship, I can't get one. All these things. And about that time, I just kind of hit rock bottom after a night of partying with my buddies. Man, I called the only voice that had ever been a trusted voice in my life because here's the deal. Culture and society put pressure on me. My dad was the real deal, a real man of faith. I called him and I just said, Dad, I've messed up in every single way, whether it be girls, parties, you name it. And I said, I have not lived up to this family name. And to my surprise, the response was not, how dare you? You're out on the street. I can't believe my son would do this. His response was, I'm more proud of you in this moment than I've ever been in my entire life for just being honest. That moment showed me the love of God like I had never felt in my life. And it put me on a trajectory to go into ministry because I realized perfection was never the goal. Striving to know God and to love people was always the goal. And then in the process, letting the Lord refine you, make you better. Because we all suck, Alex. We all have so many flaws. And so as Jesus makes you better, you get to fight for those same values in every way. And that's when I realized, man, the church has to get involved in politics. And that might be a Christian nationalist thing to say, but if being a Christian nationalist means you love Christ and you love your nation, then call me a Christian nationalist all day long. I think we've got to push our values into every sphere of influence that we can.
And I think that is very important. I think we've become a godless country, and that's one of the reasons why, so much depression and anxiety, and that's really one of the biggest plagues on our society. And, it's funny that you say that story, because I kind of had a similar story, too, where I was kind of acting bad, and I didn't tell my dad. My dad's like, no, you tell me if you ever, just be open and honest. I have your back no matter what. So it is funny, you kind of need a bad moment to realize your parents have your back no matter what. And obviously, your family is incredibly, they love you so much that that's why you are so successful. Now, I want to ask you, kind of last thing, we like to talk about conspiracies and all this stuff. Okay, Sean Ryan, and this is the one, curveball I'm going to send you, just had a guest on his show. He said the moon landing was fake. I'm the biggest moon landing denier in the state of Texas. Now, I want to ask you, Nate, Houston, Texas is where these, missions, took off from, and they supposedly went to the moon and back on one tank of gas and yada, yada, yada. You know that. Can we investigate if the moon landing was real or fake? Is that a bill that you could put in motion? Would you sign that?
Let me tell you something. I want to know just as bad if we landed on the moon as I do the Epstein files over here. I want to know, is it a lie or have we actually been? Look, here's the deal. I will be the first to say I don't trust government at all. And so I'm sitting here, I've listened to Rogan on this so much, it's not even funny. Me and my wife have these debates all the time. But for real, Alex, like when you look at it, you're like, why does this look so bad? Why haven't we been back?
That's a big question. Why haven't we been back? But Rob Eno's a big moon lover. Rob,
we went back multiple times.
What are you talking about? When did we go back? Since 1972, we've never been back.
Right. Well, between the first one and 1970.
Yeah, but I'm saying since 1972, that's the only technology to go back. If you look at a Lincoln, that's a car company that's still in business. If you compare a 1972 Lincoln to a 2025 Lincoln, wouldn't you say that the 2025...
It was a political statement to say that we could do it, to beat the Russians.
I know. Well, so
You have to keep going back.
Politicians ever lie? I know Nate doesn't lie because he's a man of faith, but has politics. And then you remember who did it? Who was the president when they went to the moon? Tricky Dick Nixon. You didn't even know that. Why do they call him Tricky Dick?
He's a good guy.
I like Nixon. Okay, real quick, Nate, before you go, what is the future of the of everything that's going on in the House? I know they're trying to pass the THC bill. Like, what's going to happen now that everybody's back?
Yeah, the THC bill is going to be a war. I'll tell you what I'm focused on, because it seems like the governor wants some form of regulation and the lieutenant governor wants a total ban. I don't see that coming together for us to be able to pass something. I think the big thing is we got to ban the abortion pill that's killing thousands of women and babies. We've got to put Texas on a path to property tax elimination. Look, veterans are being taxed at their home. It's ridiculous. That's got to be a priority. We need to ban taxpayer-funded lobbying. They're literally, Alex, our tax dollars are going towards lobbyists to come to the legislature and advocate for the transing of children. Your taxpayers, our tax dollars are doing that. And so we've got a lot of work to do, and we only have a short time to do it. So we've got 2 to 3 weeks. And in the process, the Democrats need to be punished so they never break quorum again.
And, you know, I guess one of the most glaring things of their absence of 18 days is that you guys are doing legislation to help the flood victims, you know, the horrible flood in Kerr, Texas and in Hunt, Texas. So what's kind of the latest with that? And do those people have no shame leaving the state when there's people that were, you know, victims of a horrible flood? 27 people died at the camp. I think it was over 100 in total. I mean, do they have no shame leaving and not actually taking care of their constituents?
Yeah, so all of our flood bills were prioritized today. We passed every single one of them. Emergency preparedness, emergency funding, giving the governor the authority to not wait for legislation, but to use that funding for disaster relief, making sure that we have interoperability. I believe it's communications between all of our law enforcement officers. So we funded it today. We did it all today. And man, it was the most heartbreaking thing in the world. As we were doing this, we look up in the gallery and it's the families of all the children who died from Camp Mystic. We put in new regulations for camp to make sure that they're not built in floodplains. I mean, all these things. So all of that was passed. But the irony of that is that even in the middle of the Democrats abandoning Texas and making them pause for 3 weeks before that funding could come in, they came in and tried to put liberal amendments on these bills, like wildly liberal amendments that are going to hurt Christian camps, all this kind of stuff. And so anyway, we just ignored them. The Senate's stripping every one of those amendments, but they're shameless. They're shameless. They're gaslighting us, saying, well, you guys just wanted your map. And it's like, of course we want our map. We want to make sure that you guys don't run the country in 2 years. So, yeah, it is shameless and it's sad.
Well, last thing, and this relates to the flood. So, you know, there's that guy, Augustus Talarico. He has that company, Rainmaker, where he goes and he sprays this sodium dioxide in the sky. What do you think about that cloud seeding technology that was once a conspiracy like a couple years ago, and now you can see this guy's gone on Rogan, he goes on Sean Ryan, he talks about this cloud seeding. What are the legalities around that? And you guys have passed legislation, I believe, making it legal. So what do you think about that cloud seeding stuff? Isn't it kind of weird?
Here's what's so wild. Like when I brought this up at the beginning of this session, I think it was West Verdell, Texas State Representative West Verdell, that mentioned this and said, hey, we've got to do something about cloud seeding. Like all of these reps, when I talked about it, were like, oh, that's not real, that we don't do cloud seeding. You can't control the weather. And I'm like, no. We have legislation pointing back to when we legalized this. It's absolutely real. Like weather modification is real. And I think we've got to investigate whether that had some of the negative effects. But when you look at the rain patterns, you've never seen anything like that, for this like mass amount of rain to pour in one spot for that many hours without anything shifting. Look, when you start messing with God's design, things like that happen. Like we're going to have these radically tragic events. And so I think we need to be really careful that we're not just screwing up our system in the process of just trying to gain another dollar in profit for some of these different things like cloud seeding.
I agree. Okay, and so the one unfortunate thing is you got to keep running. Every time you win, you got to keep running. So how can people support you? And I want to ask everybody that's watching, please, my audience, please, even if you're not in Texas, please support our guy Nate. I know his website's Nate for Texas, but how can they support you to keep you in office? Because it is very important that we don't lose a young, smart, you know, successful man like yourself, because that would be a travesty if you lost.
Man, I appreciate it. Look, Nate4, the number 4, Nate4Texas.com. And then follow me on X. It's just Nate Schatzline, NateSchatzline. It's right down there. And man, amplify what we're doing. We're going to be taking the fight to the Austin swamp. Our enemy is not just the Democrats in Austin, it's the Uniparty. And we're in the same way in DC, the most dangerous thing we could do is settle for what the Uniparty gives us. We're tired of, Republicans running off of faith, family, of freedom, and prostituting the church for a vote, and then abandoning their principles when they get inside of office. So we're trying to change that. The greatest thing we could do is shine some light on it. So help us amplify it.
Okay, and let me tell one secret. So real quick, Rob, do you know Nate's nickname on the Capitol?
I don't know Nate.
It's the governor. So it's funny. He's going to be the governor of Texas. So that's why I'm extra nice to Nate. He's going to be the governor. Did you realize that? That's what the other state reps call you. Isn't that true, Nate? Can you confirm that?
That's true. You look very confident that that's going to happen, Rob.
I'm very confident. Rob's the one that's not confident. This Rob, he's a Massachusetts. He's a masshole. Don't even worry about him. Look at him. He's a masshole.
Hey,
Tell him
I get a Texas car. After 5 years and 11 months, my South Carolina license was expiring, so I finally got a Texas.
That's a crime. You're supposed, and every state you move to, you're supposed to have a license.
Well, if the legislature,
you just told the state rep they're committing basically a misdemeanor.
If the legislature could fix the driver's license process, that it doesn't take 8 months to get a license appointment, I might have gotten it soon.
Oh, actually, that is a real question, and now I got to go change it. This organ donor thing, I think that's a gimmick too. Now they make us all do organ donors, and there's people that go to the hospital and they're not even that messed up, but they're like, damn, we need this heart, we need this kidney, we need this thing, and now they're taking your kidney. So how do we get it where we can just take ourselves off that list? And Nate, have you ever thought about doing legislation for that?
I'm going to have to look into it, but I should tell you that I think I'm a mandated reporter with DPS. Now I have to turn you in.
Oh, you're going to jail. Thank you. Turn him in.
I already got a ticket. I would have gotten a ticket. The cops understand how screwed up the system is.
He's a mandatory reporter, so you're toast. All right, Nate, dude, you're the man. Keep up the good work.
I love you.
I'm legal now, baby. I'm legal.
I mean this. Please go and support our guy, Nate. He is one of the few good ones, and there are some good ones out there, and Nate is proof of it. So thank you, Nate. We really appreciate it. And James Talarico, the clock is ticking.
Let's do it.
You're on the clock, James. Like, we're calling you out. You need to get in the ring, not physical ring, even though maybe a boxing match after, but you would crush him.
That'd be fun, too.
Yeah, but you would crush him. He's a college football player. Nate was a college football player.
Was he?
Yeah, does James play any sports? What does he play? Checkers or something? What does he play?
No.
Yeah.
Maybe, what's that new ping pong?
Oh, pickleball. Oh, he is a pickleball guy, yeah. But James does have a family, so he's not gay. He is straight, but I still think you would crush him on that. All right, Nate, thank you so much. Keep up the good work, and we'll talk to you again soon. And anything I can do to ever help you, I'm one phone call away. You got my number, and thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate you. Thank you for your voice. You guys are awesome.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, some bourbons. Well, now we got to do a liquor ad read right after Nate. I don't think he wants to do that. Okay, all right. If it's American liquor, he'll be okay with it. Some bourbons chase trends. Flying Ace chases legacy. This is straight bourbon the way it was meant to be. Bold, balanced, and unapologetically American. No gimmicks, no fluff, just real whiskey made for people who still believe in hard work, high standards, and doing things the right way. Whether you're winding down after a long day or raising a glass with good company, Flying Ace delivers every single time. It's not about hype. It's about heritage and getting back to what bourbon was always supposed to be. If that sounds like your kind of pour, it's time to level up. Buy online at flyingacespirits.com and use the code BLAZE for free shipping. Flyingacespirits.com, promo code BLAZE. You had some funny things to say about this. Didn't you say this was the best bourbon?
It is an awesome bourbon. I had a little bit before the show.
And it was delicious, right?
It was fantastic.
Please go order some of this. Why do I hear something in the peanut gallery? Are you guys trying to tell me something?
No, please do not, Charles.
You can have a sip. Here, take a sip on camera so that people know. Do a taste test. Do a taste test. Do a Dave Portnoy. One sip. Everybody knows the rules.
One sip. Everybody knows the rules. It's fantastic. 9-2.
Okay.
9-2.
Okay, so now, Rob, you sent us this, and we're about to get into the BB stuff, but we got to get into all the business dealings. Rob, you are a psychopath that wants to go to every single county in the country. Is that true?
That is absolutely 100% true.
So you have,
I'm a county collector.
You're a county collector, but wouldn't you say, they say, like, people that want to do that have autism, right? Isn't that like what that is?
I have ADHD.
You have mild. You have Asperger. Who wants to go to every county?
There are a lot of people that do.
Really?
There is a group. They're called the Extra Miler Club.
Okay.
There are, I think, 75 people that have documented to do it. I wrote about it in this
Frontier Magazine.
This quarter's issue of Frontier Magazine.
Beautiful magazine. Everybody can get it at frontier.com.
Yeah.
I think.
No.
Actually, that's a power company.
It's BlazeUnlimited.com.
BlazeUnlimited.com, sorry. You're going to go to Frontier Power.
You get $40 off with the code Blaze50.
How much is the magazine? $40? How much is the magazine?
The subscription.
It's a subscription.
The subscription, you get Blaze TV. You get everything we have to offer on Blaze TV. All of the premium content on the Blaze and the magazine for the low price of $240.
Well, and I was talking to Peter, the guy who's basically running the magazine, and I was like, just talking about magazines. I don't know anything about magazines, and I said, what makes a successful magazine? Naked women. And he laughed at me. He thought that was a very stupid idea, but I was like, I think we would sell more if we had naked women in it. I mean, right?
I don't think those are the values of the Blaze.
No, but if we put pasties over them or something, we just had them. Like they could be in a thong, we just have them in,
We sell a lot of magazines. There's very good content. Fantastic.
Better than boobs.
Including my article.
You're telling me, wait, time out. Would you rather look at a pair of boobs or read an article about a guy driving to every county?
I think you would rather read an article about a guy driving to every country.
Gay. I didn't know Rob was
gay.
Home. I didn't know you're gay. We need boobs, boobs, boobs. What about penises? Would you like penises in there?
You were just praising the last guy for getting rid of porn. And you want us to be pornographers.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of hypocritical. Well, you know what? Hey, listen, I'm the biggest hypocrite in the world. I'm the first guy to admit that. All these people are like, I'm not hypocritical. I do believe, though, they should have those age restrictions on porn. I didn't really want to get into it. But the fact that Pornhub stopped having Pornhub because they put an age restriction, it's like, dude, how important is it to give porn to children to them, Like,
I know. I think it is. Yeah.
I think it is important. Okay, now we want to talk about, we got some other stuff to talk about. We're about to get into Bibi. We're actually going to call Bibi in a second. I'll show you proof of that. But look what we have, guys. This is the, they call it a Mandela effect when a logo changes. Like in a couple of years, they'll say it never changed. So we got some delicious Cracker Barrel. If you guys can see, this is the old logo. Can you come over here, Nate? Get that handheld. So I want to show the old logo. This is it. Rest in peace. So what would you like to try? The hash brown casserole, a biscuit? What would you like to try?
I will take a hash brown casserole.
Hash brown casserole. Okay. Do we have any silverware? No silverware. So you got to eat it with your hands. Or here.
Here we go. Is there a spork?
I don't know if there's a spork, but there's something in there.
Fork.
Let me try this. What are these, dumplings?
Yeah, they're dumplings.
I might have to do the dumplings.
Do the dumplings.
I'm going to do the dumplings.
Are you sure there's not chicken in the dumplings?
Nope, they're just dumplings.
So I'll do the dumplings.
Okay, I like that.
Eat it like Zoran.
Yeah. Well, Zoran eats it with it. Oh my God, let me do Zoran. Okay, here, come here. This is how Zoran.
Good.
This is. Have you ever? Why do Indian guys eat like this? I'm from New Delhi. It's really good. Good. How would you rate that?
I mean, it's a 5-4.
Out of 10?
Yeah, it's not. It's okay.
So are they changing the recipes too? Now they changed the logo? I hope not. No.
I'm not really a dumpling guy.
What? What do you like? You don't like dumplings?
I like lobster. I like ribeye. I mean, we could have gotten the steak from Cracker Barrel, but
The only reason I like Cracker Barrel though is because it is a white supremacist restaurant. There's not many white supremacist restaurants left.
I don't know if it's a white supremacist restaurant, but they did get rid of the cracker.
Yeah, and
the logo.
And the barrel.
And the barrel.
Oh, and
that is not my joke. That is
and while I have you
Jesse
here,
Kelly's.
our guy Ray, he's making these great stickers. Everybody needs to go follow him on Twitter. I'll put a link in the description. He's making these awesome stickers. Shout out Ray. Shout out. I don't want to get your second hand, but let's get a little. Let me use the spoon.
And we got a 50 Saudi Arabian Riyadh.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Yeah, from Abe.
They're all saying that I'm getting paid by the Saudis. This is good. So I'm finally getting paid by them?
Yeah, well, it says, finally I can see Alex's Adam's apple. Good job, Alex. Make Alex fit again. From Abu Suleiman.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. All right, he's going to like this next one. Oh, dumplings are delicious. How do you just think this is a 5 out of 10? This is heaven.
Not a sponsor, right? It's a 5 out. It's okay, 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
Let me see the hash brown. Do you have a little hash brown left?
Here's your fork. This is an eating show, guys, if you guys didn't know.
I mean, it's
Try
good. It's good. It's good.
Try it. Try a hit. It goes down good with the whiskey, doesn't it?
It does.
That's how we do it here at the Blaze, guys. We drink whiskey and we eat hash browns. Okay, now I want to get Rob fired from his job because we are going to go after the Prime Minister of Israel. Rob, you thought I was kidding when I said that, or actually you and I were arguing before the show. Rob's like, well, of course the prime minister's not going to go on your show. He's busy running a country. Yet he goes on every dumbass podcast. He's on the Nelk Boys. He's on freaking trigonometry. He's saying a bunch of misinformation. I'll pull some of it up on my computer in a second. So I saw him going on all these podcasts, some popular, some not so much. And I thought, listen, what do I have to lose? Let me just reach out to Bibi, invite him on the show, and see if he'll come on.
Did you invite him on today?
No, I said that it was open-ended here. Let's pull up the email. Pull this up, and I'll read it. I got to look at this screen to read it. Or, Jimmy, you read it because it's hard for me to read it.
So the initial name is, hi, David. My name is Blake, and I'm a booker for Primetime with Alex Stein. I wanted to reach out see if Prime Minister Netanyahu is available for an interview with Alex's show, blah, blah, blah. And the response was just not feasible.
You see that? Not feasible, okay? So, well, I'm pissed off about that. So that's one of their communications directors. So what I'm going to do is right now is we're going to call them. We're going to call Bibi because, listen, why is that not feasible? I even said in the email that I would go, on his schedule. I do it at whatever time is okay with him. What's the guy's name on that email? It's David?
Yes.
It's just, I don't know how to work WhatsApp.
Well, I see at the top, David.
How do I work? Shoot, I don't even know if I'm doing this right.
This is an emergency. Hang up and dial 911. For directory assistance, hang up and dial 411.
How do I dial Israel?
You just called the cops?
No, I'm trying to call Israel. I'm trying to call Israel, but I don't know. Their number starts with a 0. Okay, 050-620-5061. I don't know how to dial Israel. Is there a number?
Maybe you have to do the plus sign
You have to
before.
dial it in WhatsApp as opposed to...
In WhatsApp?
If this is an emergency.
Okay, this is... God, we probably should have practiced this real quick. Hold on, let's go.
I've never used WhatsApp. It's a...
011... No, because it's not a Texas number. This is a... What, 011050... Jimmy, ask ChatGPT or whatever how to call Israel.
Okay.
Let's see if this does it. Call. Carrier charges may apply. Oh my.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be completed as
Okay,
dialed.
Jimmy, I don't know.
So you dial 011
Okay.
and then 972. That's Israel's country code.
No, it's not.
Yes.
Wow, that's the country. That's a code here in DFW.
Yeah, so the 011 is U.S. exit code, then 972 is Israel's country code, and then followed by the Israeli mobile number.
Oh my gosh, this is so complicated. Let's see. How many damn numbers is this? There's no way this is going to work. If this works, Jimmy's getting a raise. We're trying to call Bibi Netanyahu. We have his number. This is his director of... There's no way! Guns N' Roses is a waiting thing? I swear, I'm calling this press office. The guy that emailed us, this is his number on their website. But no, I think... This is not... User busy? Wait, what? Let's call that again.
No,
Wait.
that's his real ringback. That's hilarious.
What, are you calling it? I mean,
No, I swear. I literally, that's what the internet says.
Oh my gosh, let's call him one more time. Is he going to get mad? They're not going to kill me with Mossad, are they? Hold on, let's see. Let's call him one more time. He might think it's an emergency now that I called him twice. Let's see. Was that Hebrew? Oh, sweet child of mine. They love children, bombing them.
Here comes the content strike.
Well, they do bomb children, but they'll just say, oh, well, they use the children as human shields, so they deserve to get bombed. But, and I agree with that narrative. I do believe. I want all Hamas babies to be aborted after birth. Dude, he's letting it ring. We're really calling his press secretary, and it's 3 in the morning, I might say, in Israel right now, so they might be mad. I don't know, how do their cybercrimes division work? Who's in charge of their cybercrime security? Jimmy, do you know?
Oh, it's his name's Tom RTM.
Tom Alexandrovich! Oh my gosh, you know he's gonna freaking hack into our thing. I don't think he's gonna answer, do you?
No. I think we're just getting a Guns N' Roses concert.
It's not that bad, though. I kind of like Guns N' Roses. Okay, well, Well, let's just let it ring till he turns it off. Because I mean, we're gonna get a copyright strike anyway for Guns N' Roses. I mean, at this point. So.
Let's lead into it.
Bibi, we want to talk to you. Quit ducking me. I want to freaking talk to you. My last name's Stein.
Rex Jones just donated $5. Shout out, Pimp on a Blimp.
Hello?
Welcome to Verizon Wireless. Your call cannot be.
Damn, that went to his thing. Okay, wait, I think there's one more number. Let me try one more number before we try this. Will you talk, Rob, while I dial this number? What do you think about us trying to call Bibi Netanyahu?
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I'm trying to go to counties. It's great.
You're trying to go to counties?
All the different counties. We can talk about the counties thing while you're trying to do that.
Ooh, media advisor. Ooh, this is their personal number. Media advisor. Gosh, I just love calling these people in Israel.
3 o'clock in the morning is a great time to call them.
I don't know a better time than that. Okay, wait. And now remind me. I do 011-972. Okay, 050 01815. Can you imagine if they?
This one's gonna be Kiss.
Let's see. If she has a ringback number, this is their female media coordinator. Come on. Do they all have ringback songs?
You get like your own song?
They all have ringback.
Oh man, I now want an Israeli phone number.
I know. Maybe they make them have a ringback song. This is my favorite episode we've ever done, but it's probably the one that's going to get us killed. But worth it. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Man. That's a joke.
This is a horrible idea.
Words have power, so I shouldn't say that.
This is a horrible idea. I'm just telling you.
השיחה מועברת למענה הקולי.
Hey, yo, this Primetime 99. Hey, yo, this is the Pimp on a Blimp Primetime 99. I'm trying to get Bibi Netanyahu on my show. I saw him go on the Nelk Boys, and I saw that, like, he was vaping and stuff, and we vape, and we get really messed up, and we get wasted, and if Bibi wants to come on and get wasted and really talk about, you know, an ethnic cleansing, we'd like to talk about it. If he can defend his ethnic cleansing, we'd appreciate it. So if you could please call us back. You got my number. Hit me up on WhatsApp. I know you guys use that. I don't know if you use a free version. I know you guys don't like to pay for stuff on that. But listen, just come on the show. Tell Bibi to come on the show. I'm going to be really sweet. And we'll even have Yasser Arafat. Is he still alive? Is he still alive?
Yeah, Yasser's dead.
Oh, damn it.
He died, like Yuri, he died and dropped off.
What about Gaddafi? Gaddafi's still alive, right, in Libya?
No, Gaddafi, we killed him.
Oh, my God. Okay, well, listen, if we don't have anybody for him to debate, he can debate me, but I love Israel. I want to go on my free vacation there. I just want to make sure that you guys will not do anything to harm me or my family. So please send this message to Bibi Netanyahu. I'm sorry that it's kind of early in the morning there, but you know what they say, early bird gets a worm, so have a good one. Shalom.
Are we going to die?
There are great articles in here.
Are there any articles about the ethnic?
There's an article about Syria.
What does it say about Syria?
There is an article. We sent a reporter to go talk to the new Syrian government. We got a whole.
You know, we also did an article about Augustus Talarico, the guy that's manipulating the weather. We wrote a puff piece about him. Do you like the weather being manipulated?
I don't think that it can be manipulated to the extent.
Rob, I mean this all due respect. Are you retarded? Literally, I mean that. So you're telling me, no, seriously, you don't think that, I'm just like, I thought you were a smart guy. So
It takes a lot of energy to do
I know, but I'm saying, a lot of energy. They're spraying sodium bicarbonate, dioxide, whatever it is. Do you want that in the sky? You think that's smart to go there? Honestly.
Isn't sodium bicarbonate baking soda?
That's baking soda, but they're doing sodium dioxide.
Okay.
You know what? I'm just saying, I'm not a damn scientist, but when I live, I don't want them spraying stuff in it to manipulate the weather. You don't think that that could be bad? I mean, you really don't think that? Like, are you that naive?
In areas that don't get enough rain, I think that there's probably some uses for it to help with crops.
Oh, my God. Have you ever heard of irrigation?
Do we have enough water?
Have you ever heard of building a well?
What happens when the well dries out?
Okay, do you build another well?
Is it like oil? Is it never ending?
It is like oil.
There's never ending supply.
There's groundwater underneath all of
peak
America.
oil?
I'm just saying, because you're one of these libtards almost that are like, oh, it's okay that they're spraying stuff in the sky. I don't think it really affects it. And then they have a flood that kills 27 kids at a camp, and you're like, oh, there's no way. Even though they were spraying it like 20 minutes before that happened, there's no connection. Like, I just get frustrated because you seem like a smart guy. You seem like a guy that would be, want to live in a free country and not a country that's constantly getting sprayed with chemicals when you're going outside or going to camp.
I don't know if it's constant.
You don't even know how much it is. You don't even know how much it is. And you know, it's funny. The guy went on the Sean Ryan show, and Sean Ryan's like, "Oh, how much damage can this really cause? It's just a couple of drones spraying the sodium dioxide." And he goes, "Well, actually, in Texas, because Texas is so big, we use airplanes." So it's like all of us. I've been called an asshole. I've been called a conspiracy theorist my whole life because I've been talking about cloud seeding now going on 8 years.
Cloud seeding does happen.
It does happen, but assholes like you were like, "Oh, it's fake. It doesn't matter."
I didn't say it was fake.
And then as soon as you say it, you're like, "Oh, well, they can't manipulate it that much." How do you know how much they manipulate it? And how about this? Do you think that people could do something nefarious with it? Is it possible? I'm saying, is it possible through this technology that something nefarious
I don't know.
Okay, do you remember the Vietnam War?
I do.
Do you remember the rains in Vietnam?
There's monsoon season in Vietnam.
Yeah, but do you know why they say that monsoon season came early? That was the beginning of cloud seeding technology. You don't believe that one?
I don't know if I believe that one.
But you do believe that cloud seeding technology is now, though, right? We have it now.
I do believe
we
it
didn't
exists.
have it in there.
I don't know when we got it.
Did you go to public school, private school? Where did you go to school?
I went to a nice Catholic school.
Oh, that's why. They didn't molest you there, did they?
They did not. There's more molestation in the, in other organizations than there was in the Catholic Church.
Which one? Like the Israeli Cybersecurity Division?
I would not know that.
Yeah. What do you think about them letting go a pedophile that's?
I think that should not have happened. And I think that they should extradite the guy back to the United States.
I think that's a controversial stance. A lot of people would call you anti-Semitic for that.
I don't think I'm anti-Semitic for that, though.
So you're okay with them manipulating the weather?
I just said that cloud seeding exists.
And you don't?
But I don't think that it was big enough to do the damage that it did.
Is it possible they could do that, though?
I don't know.
Do you think the government has your best interest?
No.
You don't?
No.
Do you think the government lies to you?
Often.
So you believe the official story of 9/11?
Yes.
Then how did they find 2 passports but they didn't find 2 black boxes?
I don't know.
I know, but how did they find? No, but Liz, no, just come up. No, come up with an idea. No, Rob, I'm putting you on the spot. I'm saying, how does no other item from the airplane comes out? But oh, the FBI found 2 passports. Well, how would a smart person make that possible? Like, can you formulate that and explain it to me?
Weird things happen, man.
So you're telling me the guys have their passport in their pocket, they get smushed like a grape, and no blood, no nothing, and a passport just happens to magically fall out of the 110th story of the
I
world?
have no idea what you're talking about.
On 9/11, you know, they found 2 passports. Did you not know that?
From where? Like from in the building?
From 2 Rob, are you being serious right now?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
On 9/11, let me show you this. Oh my God, Rob. See, this is what I'm saying. 9/11 passports. On the day of the attack, you can read this right here. 2 of the crash sites, one from the crash site. Okay, during the 9/11 attacks, passports belonging to several of the hijackers were found. 4 were recovered in whole or in part. 2 from the crash site of Flight 93, 1 from the crash site of Flight 11, and one from the luggage that didn't make it onto American Airlines. So 1 didn't even get on the plane. So they found three passports.
I mean, 93 was the one that went in the field, so that didn't blow up. That crashed regularly, so I could see that.
Okay, but still, there was that Flight 93 was do you think that they actually crashed, or do you think it got shot down?
That I don't know.
What would you think?
I think they may have crashed it, but that might have gotten shot down. That I don't know.
Do you think it's weird, though, that they couldn't scramble the jets in time to stop the second plane when NORAD can put a jet in the air in less than 45 seconds?
I don't know. I don't think they knew. I don't think they knew what was going on.
And this is why I'm also frustrated with Rob. Rob, I go, and I've had this argument with Dan Crenshaw. He said, "Oh yeah, we did find weapons of mass destruction." No, they didn't. They didn't find. Remember, they had these. Colin Powell. They have these big tubes. They're making nuclear weapons. They never found any weapons of mass destruction, Rob.
I think they found sarin gas. I think they found biologics. I think they found that stuff. I don't think they found nuclear weapons. I don't think they had nuclear weapons.
Yeah, but that's not what they told us what they were looking for. They told us they said they were going to have a nuclear bomb.
I mean, we went to war.
Do you remember? I know, but do you remember the media back then? How they said?
No, I remember. Yeah, but we went.
So did the government lie to us then, Rob?
Could be.
Rob, what, dude?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying, this is like pulling teeth, dude. You just said, oh, the government lies to us all the time. You just said that. Literally, less than a minute ago, you're like, the government lies to us all the time. But you believe every single thing from the official story?
No, the official story from 9/11, pretty much, yes, I do.
Okay, but what about the 28 pages redacted from the 9/11 Commission report? Do you think that those should be redacted?
No, they should be released.
This is
full transparency.
I know, but you know, they're not going to give us full transparency. Rob, what about Epstein? You think they're going to get us those files?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Just
No. They should, but they're not going to.
what about, is Trump going to fix the Ukraine war? You think he's going to stop that this next week?
I hope so.
What do you think?
I hope so. I think that he is working and he's closer than anybody's been. And I do think that it wouldn't have started had he been president.
That's what Putin said.
Yes.
Rob, I just can't believe that you're so brainwashed. I'm just really worried about our future. I'm worried about you. Are you still on Ozempic?
I am.
I think it's going to your brain. Did you know there's a lot of side effects to Ozempic? And there's a class action lawsuit against Ozempic right now?
I did not know that.
Are you serious right now? Are you being serious?
I did not know that. Ozempic
Oh
was
my
something.
God, Rob, do you read the news? You're a managing editor. Oh my gosh, Ozempic.
I am obviously not in the same corners of the internet that you are.
Well, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Ozempic reportedly faced $2 billion lawsuit over severe side effects. You're on Ozempic.
Everybody
You should look at this. You're taking this drug that's killing people or whatever, saying God knows what.
Can we do a class action suit against the AI that's manipulating the gas prices? That I'd be interested in.
Who gives a fuck about the gas price if you die from Ozempic?
I'm not going to die from Ozempic. I have had 0 side effects.
How's your weight now?
I put a little bit of it back on.
Even on the Zemp?
Even on the Zemp. You can overdo it. If you start eating sugar again, the lizard brain
So you're
comes
out
in.
eating the Zemp.
I have out-eaten the Zemp. I have. But my A1C is still extremely low.
It is?
And that's what I'm on it for.
Your blood pressure?
I'm a diabetic.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Do you take insulin?
No, I take Ozempic, and it helps manage my diabetes.
What do you think about insulin prices in America? Do you think they should be lower?
I mean, do the pharmaceutical companies try to, jack up prices when they shouldn't? Probably. So,
And
yeah.
why is it $7 in Mexico, but it's what do you pay, or what would you pay, like $200 a vial or something?
I have no idea what it costs because I've never had to take it.
Is there any conspiracies that you believe?
The socialist men under Red Father, the Smurf conspiracy.
What is that?
Peo, who was the guy that drew Smurfs,
Okay.
was a secret communist,
Okay.
and he drew a cartoon where everybody lived in a commune, and they worshipped Papa Smurf, who wore red, like the communists,
Karl Marx.
and he kind of looked a little bit like Karl Marx. And they named him Smurfs, which is an acronym for Socialist Men Under Red Father.
Oh, wow. That's actually pretty good. Okay, now let me pull up some stuff.
While you're pulling that up, $20 super chat from Rex Jones again.
We love Rex Jones. Thank you.
They lied about babies being taken from incubators as an excuse to invade.
That is true. That is true. They did lie about that. And that's Alex Jones' son that's watching the show. Alex Jones would eat you up for breakfast.
The only time I ever saw Alex Jones was when he was trying to crack his back on a couch out in the hallway.
Yeah. You never watched his show?
No.
You've never watched InfoWars?
No. Nope.
What do you watch?
I watch yacht videos, mansion videos, and slot videos on YouTube.
I love the slot videos. Which is your favorite slot?
I like the Vegas low roller guy. He's pretty
Vegas
good.
Low Roller's good. I
Vegas
like
Low-
Vegas Matt. Obviously, I'm friends with
Yeah, Matt, Mr. Handpay's pretty good.
Mr. Handpay's good. Yeah.
Mr. Handpay's very good. And then there's Lady Luck HQ.
And okay,
She's been hitting it hard lately.
yeah. I've actually me and Paige, we saw Lady Luck gambling, and she was on a live stream. We didn't say anything because she gambles so much. I don't ever watch her stuff. Okay, now what do you think about adult football leagues, Rob?
Adult what?
Football leagues. Did you play any sports
I played basketball
in high school?
in high school.
Varsity?
Varsity. 4-year varsity.
How are you on as a freshman?
Because I went to a school with 140 people, and there was about 80 guys, and we had
you're
between the
6'5".
varsity and the JV team, we had probably 18 people playing basketball. So
Well,
played a little bit of double for a while in the varsity. So that's kind of how that happens.
well, this is going to relive some of our football days. I'm about to sign up for this league. I love this. I don't know if you can hear this. Can we hear the volume? So this is the newest. This is the newest fad. Is adults playing football. Watch this. Look at this.
Anyways, y'all see the hair in the jersey, girl? It's game day. Peep that number 9. What old lineman do you
Watch
know with
Rob
number
Peterson.
9? But it is game day. We had to drive. Well, Jacoby had to drive. I wasn't driving today. I was working, girl, making thumbnails in the passenger seat.
Watch, Rob. Wait. You make thumbnails. You made a thumbnail before. You know what it is. Look at them listening to music, getting hyped up for the game.
Anyways,
You got to
yeah,
get
I
that
had to drive 3
adrenaline
hours
going.
To get maced by the police. That'll make sense in about 1 minute. But while you're waiting on that, Jacoby brought his GoPro today, so you already know to tune into his POV on his TikTok. Big Baby wasn't playing today. I mean, he was playing, but he was playing in yacht. And for some reason, Jacoby was the only one putting in some work that I saw, because why the y'all watch this? Get it! Oh my gosh!
It's kind of hard to see on this screen.
I need my glasses, yeah, man.
I know it's too hard to see.
Because
I probably
why
should
don't
have
you
thought
just
of that
dive on the ball?
before.
You over
So
there
this
playing
is this is adult.
My face.
Look at that guy. He needs some Ozempic, doesn't he?
Big boy.
He is big. They say it makes your bones brittle. Do your bones feel brittle?
No. No. Solid.
I don't believe.
We
I
got,
don't
we
even, I
got
don't
another
even,
super
I
chat
don't
from
even
that
believe Rob's on
Saudi.
Ozempic. I think that's a conspiracy. I think you're lying about the Ozempic.
No, I'm definitely on Ozempic.
And you take the shot once a month?
Take a shot once a week.
Will you bring some and give me some tomorrow?
I won't give you some. I can show it to you.
Will you shoot? You won't shoot me up?
No.
What about doing testosterone?
Not done testosterone.
And you've never smoked weed in your life?
Never smoked weed.
What about a cigarette?
Never had a cigarette.
You've never had a cigarette?
No.
Oh my God! Here, hit this vape.
No.
What do you mean? What do you do for fun?
Drink some alcohol. Play board games. I drive to every county in the United States, which I thought we were talking about. There's nice
Well, do you
pictures.
really? Okay, but and I
There's
mean,
nice
this,
pictures.
I mean this with all due respect. Who gives a fuck? Do you think somebody's gonna be like, oh my God, this guy drove down? Do you think anybody cares about that?
I think they do. I think you got to go see the country to know the country.
And
You
gotta-
travel a lot.
I know, but I don't have to go to every single county.
You should. When you go to these places, you should grab a car and go and see some counties. You will see things that you don't see anywhere else.
Like what? What have you seen that I can't see? That you? I mean, what have you seen that's so that makes you have to go to every single county?
There's cool stuff. There's mountains, the kind of mountainy type areas in Iowa that you would never think of. In the northeast
So I need
corner
to
of
drive
Iowa.
to every county to figure out there's mountains in Iowa.
Mountainous type things. Yeah, you should. It's beautiful. We have a great nation filled with great beauty. You should go see it.
Do we have? Was it a great nation under Joe Biden?
The nation was still great.
It was.
Yeah.
I think our government's corrupt. I'm starting to become very anti-government in my position. I'm very frustrated with the. I'm even kind of frustrated with the Trump leadership, if I'm being honest.
We live in America. That's your right.
I mean, do you remember Operation Warp Speed?
That was the one where we sent the guns to Mexico.
Did you?
right?
No. Did you get vaccinated, Rob?
I did get vaccinated.
Oh my
My
God!
parents wanted me to get vaccinated to go see it. I
You
will
got
not do it again.
vaccinated? No wonder you're retarded. Are you serious?
100% serious.
How many shots did you get?
I got 2.
You got to be kidding me.
My parents wanted me to get the shots to go see them, and so I got the shots so I could go see my parents.
Rob, you're gonna die very soon. Have you had your heart checked out?
After I got the shots, I got a little bit of a heart issue.
No, you didn't!
I do.
No, you didn't! No, you didn't!
I got a flappy valve.
No, you didn't!
I did.
Why do you look at me like I'm crazy? When you're the one that got the thing and had the
You're
heart
spitting on me,
Why
Alex.
am I more mad that you're vaccine injured than you are?
Thank you. Thank you for caring, Alex.
The next time you do this scam, you better not get vaccinated. You understand me? That's direct orders.
I understand.
Because my time here at the Blaze is coming to an end. And I just want you to know that I'm not always going to be here to protect you. Promise me that you will not make that same mistake again.
I will never put another ounce of mRNA technology in my body.
Even though it is safe and effective, YouTube, we love it, and it's very good. Dr. Fauci. I know they did test it on a bunch of beagles, so we know.
I thought they didn't strike you with that anymore.
They do. They do.
I thought that was gone.
Medical misinformation, no, they still do. And that's why every vaccine is safe and they don't cause autism. They do not. Okay, Rob, before we go, show's almost over. How can people find you and support you, and how can they read this great article about you driving all around the country?
At Rob Eno on Twitter, theblaze.com. And then if you go to my profile on theblaze.com, one of the articles you will see is The Long Road Home.
You know what would be a good topic for an article?
What's that?
I have a flappy valve. From?
I don't know if it's from that. Probably is.
What? I'm literally about to fucking explode. I'm literally about to freaking explode. When did the flappy valve happen? Did it happen after you were inoculated or before?
After.
Okay.
Years after, though, not like right after.
I know, but it happened after.
Correct.
There's a saying in the conspiracy world. And I've said some colorful language to you, and I don't believe it. You're a very smart guy, but there's a saying that they say, no amount of evidence can convince an idiot. Have you ever heard that saying?
I have not, but it's a good saying.
It's a real saying.
It's a good saying.
It's a real saying. The vaccine is safe and effective. We love you, Dr. Fauci. Okay.
We've gotten a bunch of super chats
how many
from
super
that
chats?
Saudi.
Did we get a bunch of super chats?
From
Who's
the
Saudi guy?
He's just been so.
Is he happy that we called Bibi Netanyahu?
Yeah. He says dial BB at 666 Satan emoji. Then he said building 7. Did Alex just shapeshift? And then his last one, Ozempic makes penis shrink.
Is that true, Rob?
I don't believe so. And we're not going to get into it. Yeah.
But technically, it should make it bigger, they say. Well, because when you lose weight, you get. Have you heard that? You've heard that?
I've heard that.
Yeah, this is a real thing. When you lose weight, I've lost 40 pounds. I'm like this now. I mean, it's all because, not Ozempic. It's just hard work, and I starve myself. Do you ever starve yourself?
I starve myself.
Have you done the fasting?
I've done intermittent fasting, yes. It works.
I think that's the most effective way to lose weight. I'm not kidding. You got basically.
I mean, if you want to lose weight, and I know you don't eat the animal.
Talking about carnivore diet?
No. Eggs and spinach.
I agree, and the reason why
fried eggs and spinach.
And they that's a big government conspiracy. They say eggs have too much cholesterol. This and that. No, eggs are great for you. It's like a superfood, and it doesn't. When you eat a lot of eggs, it doesn't raise your glycemic index, so your body's not in a fat storing mode. So you can actually eat like a whole omelet as long as you don't have a bunch of sugar and stuff with it. Your body is not going to actually. They're going to use it as energy and not store it as fat. So we love eggs. All right, guys, we end the show. Oh, the sad news: we only have 23 episodes left. Unless Rob's probably going to get mad. He might get us canceled early. You're not going to get me canceled early, are you, Rob? Thank you. Are you mad? Are you mad that I cussed you out?
No, but I just want you to go to Frontier, read my article about counties. I even sent you nice pictures. We didn't even look at the pictures.
We want to show a picture, Jimmy? Did you have
one?
Yeah,
just please show a picture.
Who, me?
Yeah, it's in your DMs. It's that link I sent you. There's a lot of fun pictures.
Where on where on
in Twitter DMs? It's those mountains in Iowa that we didn't know existed until
mountains in Iowa. That's the article.
That's
itself.
the article. Okay, hold on. Don't show real quick because I'm about to pull up my messages. Okay, there we go. Now, this is it. Look at these. Oh my gosh! Look at these beautiful pictures.
Very nice pictures from around the country.
White Castle's coming here.
We got White Castle. We got pictures of the Canadian Rockies.
A lot of old movie theaters. Ooh, oil wells. Look at this.
Rob, how many counties have you been to?
I have been to all but 497. There are 3,144. That, interesting picture on that.
We love this.
I took that. The reason The reason I took that picture is that it was at a national park, and I thought it was hilarious. I took that picture before Mississippi changed its flag. That's the Mississippi state flag.
What's so funny about that?
2015. It was at a national park.
I just want you to know the South will rise again.
I don't know.
Yes, it will.
Although I have heard.
Hey, Midland Lee, did you see this? Midland Lee, the school that was Odessa Permian's rival in Friday Night Lights, changed its name after that movie went all viral to Midland Legacy. And did you see they changed their name back to Midland
Lee?
Yeah. Is that the South rising back?
Could be.
It's not falling back. It's rising back. All right, we love the South. We love racism, and we love sex. What do you mean? You don't like racism? At least to Indian people, right?
They're all good people.
What? They're all good people? What about that person that just killed 3 people in a semi-truck?
Not all of them know how to drive.
You just said they're all good people. You literally just said...
Most are good people.
Okay, good. Most. Clarify,
There
please.
we go. Thank you for having me clarify, Alex.
And like Chinese guys are great. Good food, good culture. Muslims, though.
Okay.
You like all Muslims?
There are good Muslims.
There's a couple, yeah.
The guy that gave you the super chat.
He's one of the good ones.
There you go. You don't want him to not give you money again, Alex.
No, not that. I don't need his Qatari money. I have enough Qatari money.
He's technically Saudi.
He's technically Saudi. Hey, the 9/11 hijackers are from Saudi too, and we love Saudi Arabia. I will be seeing you very soon. Okay, the show's run long. Oh shoot, I got to do the Moms for Liberty thing. All right, guys, I love you guys. Everybody, go follow Rob Eno at Rob Eno, and what else did I need to plug before this?
The full Myron interview's on your Twitter.
Full Myron interview on my Twitter. All right, guys, we end the show the same way every time with that freestyle finale. So hit that beat, yo. Yo, I am smoking. No, I'm not joking. Rob needs to be hitting that coke in the bong. I don't give a damn because I sing this song. Hit the printer with my foot. Gonna stay my shoe. What am I gonna do? I don't give a damn because I'm leaving real soon. I need to get a vacuum. All right, guys, I love you. Everybody go follow Rob. Peace.